Hello and welcome. Okay, picture this. You're about to walk into a really high-stakes meeting. Your heart's kind of pounding, right? Well, what if you could swap all that anxiety for just pure confidence? Today, we're going to break down the simple, powerful rules of business etiquette that'll help you master any professional situation you find yourself in. We're talking from the first handshake all the way to the final farewell.
So here's our game plan. We're gonna start with first impressions, then dive into how to make introductions like a pro. After that, we'll tackle the classic business card exchange and even figure out the strategy behind where to sit at the meeting table. By the time we're done, you are going to have a complete etiquette toolkit.
All right, first up, the first impression. You know what they say, you only get one chance to make it, and it all, and I mean all, kicks off with that initial greeting. That one single moment can set the tone for literally everything that follows.
So the big question is, how do you make that greeting feel confident and totally natural, and not, awkward or like you've been rehearsing it in the mirror? Well, it's actually a lot simpler than you might think. The key is to just focus on 3 really simple actions that, honestly, are so often overlooked. First, make eye contact and smile. It's amazing how this one thing instantly builds a connection. Second, offer a firm, confident handshake. And third, just state your name clearly. Hello, I'm your name. That's it. These 3 small steps are so simple, so effective, and incredibly powerful.
Okay, so let's build on that. You've just greeted someone, and now you need to introduce them to one of your colleagues. Now, this is where a lot of people get a little nervous or just stumble. But there's a really clear rule for this, and it all just comes down to hierarchy.
And here it is, the golden rule. You always present the person of lower rank to the person of higher rank. Think of it like you're bringing the junior person to the senior person's attention. By saying the senior person's name first, you're showing you respect their position. It's a subtle sign of deference.
And this really highlights the huge difference between business and social situations. In business, it is all about rank and status. For instance, you'd say, "Mr. CEO, I'd like to introduce Miss New Hire." See? The CEO's name comes first. While social roles might focus on other things, in the professional world, status is what dictates the protocol. Okay, introductions are done. What's next? The classic ritual, the business card exchange. And listen, this isn't just about swapping contact information. It's like a mini ceremony that, when you do it right, shows a ton of respect.
So when you're giving your card, have it ready to go. No fumbling around in your wallet, please. Make sure it's clean and crisp. And here's a pro tip. Present it so the other person can read it right away without having to turn it around. It's a small, thoughtful gesture. Offering it with your right hand or even both hands is a big sign of respect in many cultures and just a great habit to get into. Now, receiving a card is just as important. Take it with your right hand or both, and this is the most critical part, pause. Actually look at it. Read their name and their title. This simple act shows that you value them and their information. Whatever you do, don't just shove it in your pocket. Place it on the table in front of you for the meeting or put it away carefully in a card case. All right, let's move into the meeting room itself. You've greeted, you've introduced, you've exchanged cards, but now, where do you sit? I know it might seem like a small thing, but where you sit can say a lot about power dynamics and respect.
The number 1 rule here is so simple. Don't just grab a seat. Hang back for a second and wait to be guided. The host of the meeting or the most senior person in the room will usually point out where people should sit. Just following their lead shows you respect the established order of things.
You know, in a formal setting, there's often this kind of hidden map of influence at the table. The host, they'll almost always take the head of the table. And the seat to their right, that's the position of honor. It's reserved for the most important guest. The seat to their left goes to the second most senior person. Just knowing this little layout helps you immediately understand the dynamics in the room.
Okay, so let's pull all of this together into your own personal etiquette toolkit. These are really the core skills that you can take with you into absolutely any professional setting to make sure you're making the best impression possible.
So here it is, your final checklist. Greet with confidence, introduce people based on their rank, handle business cards with respect, and wait to be seated. And just remember, this isn't about some stuffy, rigid set of rules. It's all about one powerful goal, making other people feel comfortable and respected. That, right there, is the foundation of any strong professional relationship.
And that's really the bottom line. Etiquette isn't some old-fashioned, rigid rulebook. It's a tool. It's a tool that just makes our interactions with each other smoother and way more effective. You can think of it as the oil that makes the wheels of business turn, you know? It just reduces friction and helps you build genuine rapport.
So, as we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with a question to chew on. Based on everything we've talked about, what's just one small change you'll make the next time you walk into a meeting or meet a new colleague? Because honestly, mastering this stuff isn't about some huge dramatic overhaul. It's about all those small, consistent actions that add up to build incredible, unshakable professional confidence.